So we got Glitch City playing in the background for this one. This is a showdown matchup because of circumstances out of our control. But we are happy to play it. Would rather play versus do any kind of forfeit. We got a week 3 versus the Austin Aerial Aces, the battle for Texas, as I like to call it. And it should be a lot of fun. As you can see, we've got a Zekrom Comfy, Rillaboom, Excadrill, Pincurchin, and Hitmonlee in front of us. We'll deny open team sheets because we do a closed team sheet, but we do reveal Terra types. And we'll go from there. I think this is going to be kind of a... I don't really know what I'm going to look at here. I have a game plan that's centered possibly around using Dragonite or Magnezone as our key damage threats. And we'll just have to kind of go from there. Let me do one more zoom increase. I don't like that. We'll do it that. I think that's just enough to be what it is for now. We got the text in the bottom. And call it good there. Alternatively, I can drag and open this, but let's just get into it. If people want to see Pokemon, let's play some Pokemon. My thought process going into this is I really want to do Lunala Magnezone lead. The threat we would possibly have here is if Excadrill showed. We can also do Dragonite Whimsicott, which also could be pretty good. We have a fun multi-scale setup. I kind of like Lunala Magnezone to start. Looking at this team, Whimsicott could be impactful. Ogerpon looks like it could be strong with Ivy Cudgels, and it's also going to be naturally really fast for this matchup. Donphan is going to be really good for us, and is it D-Knight, Whimsicott, or Ogerpon? I think I want to do Ogerpon first. Well, no, I want Dragonite for the immunity on the swap. So we got Pincurchin Zekrom to open this up. So this means our Whimsicott we have set up later could come into play and be really strong. So Electric Surge, Pincurchin, Lunala's got Shadow Shield, pretty bulky. Zekrom is Terra Electric, which is going to be very strong. But we also have something that we can play for here. We got Will-O-Wisp. So I think I want to go for a Will-O-Wisp into the Pincurchin. Pincurchin can Sucker Punch, and that's actually kind of spooky to look at. But I think if we do this, Volt Switch out, guarantee we get the Volt Switch on Pincurchin. Matter of fact, we're going to protect, do our Volt Switch here. Oh, good switch on their part. That's amazing damage. Let's go. All right, D-Knight, you get to go in. Toxic Spike. So not at all what I was thinking turn 1. So we got 2 really bulky Pokemon up here. There is a threat of... I mean, there is a threat for that. Sucker Punch, but I think I'm going to have to wait for them to reveal it. But we can Will-O-Wisp Excadrill here, and then I like going for a Dragon Dance. This will set us up later. X-Scissor, pretty good damage. Will-O-Wisp will hit Excadrill. That's a big, big hit for us. There's our D-Dance. Another layer of Toxic Spike. So Toxic Poison for everything coming in at this point. I think we can go a little greedy here. As crazy as this may be, we can go Moongeist Beam into Excadrill, and we can go Dragon Dance number 2. Get +2 speed, +2 attack. Might be a greedy play. There's also a chance Excadrill has Rock Slide. We're not under a ton of threat here. I will only really get notice. Okay, Iron Head will break the multi-scale. Moongeist Beam and Excadrill doesn't pick it up. That's good to know. Now spikes. A lot of entry hazards. Where's Heavy Duty Boots in VGC? Where are we using it? Okay. So at this point, We have 100% HP Lunala, which is excellent. I think it's Moongeist Beam, Stomping, Tantrum, Pincurchin. This should be enough to pick it up. Should be enough. Dragonite's faster. Excadrill is faster than Lunala. Is that a problem? Okay, well, Hitmonlee comes in. Ooh, Unburden. Okay, Fake Out's on the table for them. Lunala is immune to Fake Out because it's a Ghost type. Zekrom is a probably really good burn candidate here. Will-O-Wisp, and I think if you Fake Out Dragonite here, we're in a good spot. Even if this Zekrom goes Dragon Dance, D-Knight will be faster. Immune. Bolt Strike into our Protect. That's good. Another burn hits. We've crippled Zekrom. Okay, so at this point, I think it's just throw the beam, Terra Ground, Stomping Tantrum, Zekrom for the hopefully an Oko. It's a Poison Jab. That's enough. That'll be enough. Get our notes written down. We're at this point, this Showdown goes so much faster than a traditional game on Switch. All right, what do we got? Excadrill is the last one. We probably disconnected. If it's being slow. Come on now. We'd like to finish this game if we can. Okay, let's reconnect. Get back in there. Oh no. Okay. We do know it's Mold Breaker. I missed that earlier. So we can Moongeist Beam, Stomping. That'll be that. Okay, that's game one. We're ready for game two. Hopefully Showdown doesn't disconnect for us. We have really bad habit. We're really bad. It's just bad. Happens all the time for us. So Comfy might be something we have to watch out for. That Floral Healing, but also Magnezone actually did a great turn one for us. I could almost say you could lead the same thing again, potentially. Donphan, I think, is really good insurance purposes for us in this series. Ogerpon also could be strong, but I think it's better to leave it at home after that. So what happens if we Lunala? I like the same lead again, because I think they're going to adapt, but this Magnezone being a Choice Specs Pokemon should be able to do good damage right off the bat. Lunala was really bulky for us, and Will-O-Wisp were huge. Dragonite was good. I think it's Dragonite Donphan again. It's the same four. Yeah. The thing I'm going to be worried about here is if we do see Rillaboom, we will have a hard time like controlling the pace. So, see how it goes. Oh, we ought to upgrade the score. Oh man, come on, Showdown. Work for us, please. Did get game one in this best of three. So, here we go. Come on, Showdown. They also could be thinking. I'm not really sure if it's a disconnect on our side or not. But that game one went really well for us. I think getting the two Will-O-Wisp burns off Lunala into the Zekrom and then to Excadrill was huge. But here's the spooky one. Comfy is here. We do not have our taunt user. But we do have a Magnezone that can do a whole lot of damage into it. We did not see Protect on Zekrom. We don't know if Comfey has Trick Room. Things to look at. I also think there is a chance you can Will-O-Wisp Zekrom again to cripple. And if it's crippled, even if it gets Dragon Dances off, that's a lot of damage, obviously, but it could do, and the speed boost could be scary. I think if we just Will-O-Wisp and then blow up the Comfey, because in any experience playing against Comfey in our draft league, you remove Comfey from the game as quick as you possibly can. Now, we're not doubling it, which is a problem, but if Zekrom protects and we get a Flash Cannon to Comfey with choice specs, possible chance for a knockout. Protect's bad. Crunch, spooky. We did miss. All right, so turn 1 did not go for it. Did not go well for us. All right, so we got that written down. Moving forward in the series. Does it actually show? Nope, it doesn't show the other stuff. The Lunala took a pretty big hit there. So, do you Terrasilize Moonblast instead of go for the Will-O-Wisp? I think you do. We're locked in on the Flash Cannon here. We could get red. Rillaboom, this could do good damage into Rillaboom. That's not Psychic Seed. Or Grassy Seed, what? Am I missing something? Is that Overgrow? That changes things quite a bit. Fake Out is available for them. That was Shadow Claw. Moongeist, Flash Cannon here. Rillaboom's faking something out. Protect, Flash Cannon into Rillaboom. Because that could be Stomping Tantrum. This could be bad. This is Fake Out, and if they Fake Out Magnezone, we are in a bind. Okay. U-turn. Flash Cannon, it lives on 2. That's pretty big. Okay, so what we learned earlier is Excadrill is faster than our Lunala. It's also threatening Magnezone here. So I think we can also just do a double switch. Stardy's also broken, which could be a problem. There's a Protect that's good for us. That Iron Head did a lot. Wow. Okay. I think Comfey just protected. Poison Jab Comfey. Do you set up with Dragonite here? We need that +1 Dragon Dance. This could bite us in the butt. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. Donphan's jobs get rid of Comfey here so they can't do all the healing later. With Excadrill being at 100%, it's not going to heal, and it just protected. So Zekrom coming in for this Poison Jab is good for us. Just don't flinch. Poison? What a lucky turn. Rillaboom's back. Rillaboom can also Fake Out. I think, Donphan, you've done a wonderful job for us. And Stomping Tantrum, Excadrill. Sash. Okay. Oh, that did a lot. So Magnazone can come in. Comfy's a threat. Magnazone's here. Locking the Flash Cannon into Comfy. Stomping Tantrum. Excadrill. Excadrill can KO everything at this point. Comfy can also... Well, if we split our attacks here, Dragonite's faster unless Triage is going to proc. We should eat one. Floral Healing. Stomping Tantrum is not going to be enough. Iron Head into Who We Live. That's massive. Okay. Flash Cannon. Aerial Ace. There we go. That's the series. Very got a little dicey there at the end. The poison jab, getting the poison and the tick KO was actually clutch. I think that was actually the play that might have locked it up for us because we didn't have to target that slot and everything else was low. I don't know if Rillaboom... I think Rillaboom had the wrong ability for this, to be honest with you. But, I mean, that's a win. We could have offered a remake on that. I don't know. Maybe we should have. I'm not sure. I should have asked a question, but maybe they also had like his choice band overgrowth set, and that was deliberate. So you don't always know. But we do get the win. Donphan our only feint in that series, which is like, Donphan did his job though. They got the Zekrom KO, which it was here for. Not with high horsepower like expected, but it was there to do damage with poison jab, which looked pretty good in high horsepower. It was also our next move that would look really good into this team, but the switch for the Lunala was also pretty helpful. So overall, I mean, that's three match wins on the season, with sweeps being all three. So that puts us at 12 points overall and sitting nice and pretty at the top. So with that, we'll thank you for watching. We'll see you in week 4. I do not know who I play in week 4. I should know this stuff, but we'll see you in the next one. Thank you again for watching. I know this one was a little bit different, but better to get a series played than... Oh, there we go. Showdown's disconnecting. All right. Thank you, Showdown. We'll see y'all at the next one.